Every password you've ever used, every bank transaction, every Bitcoin wallet, every encrypted message. All of it is protected by math problems that computers can't solve fast enough. That's the deal. That's the entire foundation of internet security. And 3 research papers published in the last 3 months just proved that quantum computers can break that math with a fraction of the power we thought they'd need. Nature, one of the most respected science journals on Earth, called the findings a real shock. This is Q-Day, and it just got 10 times closer. Q-Day is the hypothetical moment when a quantum computer becomes powerful enough to break the encryption that protects basically everything online. Your bank uses it, your messaging apps use it, governments use it, cryptocurrency wallets use it. The entire internet runs on 2 types of encryption, RSA and elliptic curve cryptography, or ECC. Both of them work because they rely on math problems that would take a classical computer millions of years to solve. Factor 2048-bit number? Good luck. Solve a discrete logarithm on an elliptic curve? Not happening. At least, not with a normal computer. But quantum computers don't play by the same rules. In 1994, a mathematician named Peter Shor published an algorithm that showed, in theory, a quantum computer could break both RSA and ECC. The catch was always scale. You'd need millions of qubits. Millions. And the best quantum computers in 2025 had maybe a few thousand, most of them too noisy to do anything useful. So Q-Day felt far away. Decades, maybe. That just changed. Paper number 1, published in January 2026. A team of researchers showed that elliptic curve cryptography, the kind that protects Bitcoin and most modern web traffic, could be broken with just 9,988 qubits. Not millions. Not hundreds of thousands. Under 10,000. The trade-off? It would take about 1,000 days of continuous computation. But here's the thing. 1,000 days is not never. 1,000 days is less than 3 years, and that's with today's understanding. Every year, quantum hardware gets better, and quantum algorithms get more efficient. Paper number 2, published in February. Google researchers demonstrated a 10 times more efficient implementation of Shor's algorithm, specifically for ECC. They brought the requirement down to fewer than 500,000 qubits to break it in a reasonable time frame. That's still a lot, but it's an order of magnitude less than previous estimates. And Google didn't publish this paper for fun. They published it because they're setting an internal deadline to migrate all of their systems to post-quantum cryptography by 2029. Google is scared enough to give themselves 3 years. Paper number 3, published in March. This one went after RSA 2048, the gold standard of encryption that protects government communications, financial systems, and corporate networks worldwide. The finding? A quantum computer with roughly 100,000 qubits and 10 days of runtime could crack it. Previous estimates said you'd need 20 million qubits or more. That's a 200 times reduction in the resources needed. 3 papers, 3 months, each one independently showing that Q-Day is dramatically closer than anyone expected. Nature magazine doesn't use words like real shock lightly. The reason this is alarming is the trajectory. Quantum computing isn't just getting incrementally better. The algorithms are getting exponentially more efficient. We're not waiting for hardware to catch up anymore. The math itself is being optimized. And here's the really uncomfortable part. NIST, the National Institute of Standards and Technology, the US agency that literally writes the encryption standards, just announced a timeline. RSA, ECDSA, EDSA, DB-Hellman, and ECDH will be officially deprecated by 2030, completely disallowed by 2030. They're not doing this as a precaution. They're doing this because they've seen the same papers and they believe the timeline is real. Now think about what this means for cryptocurrency. Every Bitcoin wallet, every Ethereum address, every crypto asset in existence uses elliptic curve cryptography. If a quantum computer can break ECC with 10,000 qubits, and we're building machines with thousands of qubits right now, then every wallet with a publicly visible public key is on a countdown timer. Satoshi Nakamoto's wallets? Those use an older format where the public key is directly exposed. Over 1 million Bitcoin. If quantum computers reach the threshold before the Bitcoin network migrates to post-quantum cryptography, those coins could be stolen, not hacked.